This is a video project that I'm doing where I'm taking a few students' opinions of IB and I'm putting it together, and we are going to make a compilation of what we think was good and what is bad about IB. So my personal opinion this year was that IB was good in the sense that we were able to debate about things that we liked and like what we felt about a certain subject instead of like AP classes where the people are given a direct answer which is right and which is wrong, where we are given more of a, well, you got this part, and then as long as you explain why, you get the points for that. So that's what I thought was pretty good about IB. Another thing I thought that was very good about IB was the fact that the testing wasn't too strenuous on time. Time was, I mean, the tests were 3 hours, but they were split up into two different parts, like hour and a half here, hour and a half there, 2 hours here, an hour there. So I thought that was nice, unlike AP classes where the AP classes take a test for like 3 hours. So that would be just too much sitting, and then by the time you're getting towards the end, you don't really want to take the test anymore, so your answers become less wavy, less beneficial for your grade. Some of the things I didn't like about IB was it was very time consuming, I would say. I personally worked and stuff outside of school, so it was kind of hard for me to do homework and other things like that. And then also, there was a lot of projects that the teachers gave us where they would, more than one class would give us a project at a time, and it would be hard to complete each project in a timely manner. Some teachers were okay with giving us more time and stuff, but other teachers were not as understanding in that aspect, that we do have other IB classes that we're taking. Yet there were some students that were only taking one or two IB classes, so I can understand that they wouldn't get an extension. But the ones who are in the full IB program, I believe that they should get a full extension on what they need. Like a reasonable extension, not like, oh, you have 3 extra weeks now. But so here's another few opinions of what people thought about IB. Some good, some bad, and here they are.
Hi, my name is Francesca Henry. I am a senior at Seneca Valley High School. I took IB for 2 years. I took IB Spanish 5 and 6, and I took IB Literature. I'm going to start off with Spanish. What I really liked about Spanish was that we did a lot of oral discussion, especially in the last year. And we were able to meet certain quotas, such as talking for 10 minutes, and it really helped throughout class, just being forced to speak only Spanish, to become more comfortable with the language, as well as able to hold a conversation more and make it feel more natural. What I would have enjoyed or expected is to learn more vocabulary in the last 2 years, because after Spanish 4 we completely stopped vocabulary, and it did become frustrating when I was expected to write more professional, more maturely, but I didn't have the vocabulary to express such words. Instead, I had to use basic vocabulary, which I would get penalized for. So that was one thing that should be fixed, in my opinion, is reviewing of all of the tenses in the first semester, and just learning better words for simple words, you know. I did like how I was able to learn about a little bit of, such as Jorge Luis Borges or Laura Esquivel, but I would have enjoyed it more if we could have learned about Spanish literature and music and all the historical stuff and their perspective of that world as we do in English class. But I did get really affiliated with the language, and it did encourage me to want to learn it more. So that's what I liked about the Spanish class. For English, I did like reading a variety of books. Majority of them did focus on more sad settings, which me myself I liked. I mean, not for everyone, but in the end we did rush through it a lot, which was a little bit like not as beneficial to me or to the students. I did like the IOCs and speaking, trying to express our opinion orally as well as writing, because it did give me a better perspective as to the way I write and as to the way I speak, so I can become a better speaker of the English language as well as a writer. The essays did help a lot, but after the commentaries, I feel like I lost base to what a educational basic essay should be like. I did like the fact that, and what attracted me to IB English was that there was no set idea that had to be right, whereas in AP Lit there is. You could have any perspective or opinion that you want of the book or the topic and use that book to justify why you feel that way. So that's what I really liked about it. It allowed each individual to express their own creativity and ideas. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So what I did like about IB was being able to communicate, hear other people's opinions, the discussions. What I didn't like were that the teachers gave a lot of assignments out, not considering the other classes that we had. Whether you were full IB or not, it was a lot of work that you had to balance.
Hi, it's Sean. For me, the IB program, I liked that we had consistent classes with a specific number of people, so it really brought certain people closer together, kind of like a little family that we had within Seneca Valley. So I really liked that we just had classes with a core group of people, so it brought us a lot closer together than we normally would have been. I also liked that it played off the strengths for me personally, because I'm a good writer, so the IB program really helped me with that. And yeah, overall, I think that the IB program is going to be incredibly helpful to me as a learner, and I really enjoyed and liked it in the fact that I believe it'll only help me in the future. Yeah, that's pretty much what I liked about it. It brought everyone closer together, and it also was really helpful to my style of learning. I disliked, however, that the IB program, we're still kind of in a building phase at Seneca Valley with building the IB program. So I feel that a lot of the information that we're given and the structure of the IB program at Seneca Valley is not necessarily to a point where it's helpful yet, because they're still trying to figure out the right way to do things and the wrong way to do things. So they're still kind of using classes as like testing guinea pigs for IB, and that I didn't really like. But overall, I think IB program was very helpful.
So the thing that I liked about IB was that it was a lot of work, and the fact that it was a lot of work meant that I felt really satisfied and proud of what I was done when I'm finished. I also like the fact that I was able to learn how to time manage with IB. Because there was so much work involved, I really had to prioritize all of my assignments and figure out which ones were the most important. And even though I didn't turn in every single assignment in on time, that was okay, because I figured out when to talk to teachers to ask for extensions and when to really prioritize one certain assignment if it was a large part of my grade or if it was really important to the IB program. I also liked IB because of the close-knit friendships that I made. We were always in the same classes, so we acted like a family. We were always in the same classes, so we were really able to connect with each other. And the last thing I liked about IB was that it made me college ready. The types of papers that we wrote seemed really intimidating at first, but it's the kind of papers that we write in college, so it makes me feel relieved that I'll be a little more ready for college than some of the other students that will be freshmen at the university next year. Some of the things that I disliked about IB was that it was overwhelming at times. There were a lot of assignments, especially during the time of college applications, and the teachers didn't really take into consideration that we had a lot of things to do outside of schoolwork during this time. So I felt a lot of stress, and it was really, really difficult for me at times. Sometimes the deadlines were a little bit unreasonable, and some of the teachers wouldn't necessarily compromise all the time, so it was pretty difficult to turn in all those assignments, which is why I had to prioritize so much. But other than that, I think that really sums up what I liked and disliked about IB.
So in this video, you can see Francesca, Kyle, Sean, and Brian, and my view of what we thought about IB. So I believe that this would be a great video for IB teachers and Miss Awano to watch, or other IB coordinators to watch, and to kind of develop the IB program to help benefit the students in the forthcoming years. I know this year, like said in the video, that we kind of felt like guinea pigs because we really didn't know what was going on and stuff like that. It's kind of like rushed towards the end for the CAS stuff and everything, but I mean, at the end of the day, we did get it done, and it was done in the way that it should have been done, so I am grateful for that. I am glad to be a part of the IB program, and I believe that this will have great opportunities for me in the upcoming years, and I can't wait to see the results of my tests and whether or not I get the diploma. So looking forward to everything that is in store for me in college and everything that's to come. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.